boy, I feel like I'm in a hot seat now. All right, my name is Dave McIntyre coming to you on Thursday, whatever the date is today. I probably knew it at 7 o'clock this morning and my brain has forgotten it now. With the pleasure of introducing my very good friend Ricia Adair, who I've known for a number of years now, and we've been skirting around each other for quite a long time because we have so many mutual friends that have been in different industries together for quite a long time. Risha's come into this opportunity. She ended up being number three in Canada as the top earner there last year. The first year that she'd come in is still breaking all the molds on a regular basis and is staying right up there and climbing further up as you know if that's possible. Recently was telling me how she was in Salt Lake City, Utah with the two owners of the company and meet and greets and is just loving this product and it just actually glows and shines right through. Like it is. I mean, there's a reason that everybody's on the Zoom tonight and Risha has so many people that she reaches out and is able to touch virtually via Zoom and their hearts and everything else and incredible testimonials is because she believes so strongly in this company and is the reason why I have gotten involved with it as well. So that being said, without any further ado, here is Miss Ricia Adair and let's get started.
Thank you, Mr. Dave McIntyre. What an amazing co-host, and welcome everybody to all our brand partners and our guests on board and our very special guests. We've got a great lineup for you tonight. Pretty excited about them sharing their stories with you. It's going to be a dynamic evening, so let's get the party started. Okay, can you see my slides, Mr. McIntyre? We're good. Okay, thank you. My name is Ricia Adair. Again, I'm a Canadian. I live in beautiful Manzanillo, Mexico. We bought ourselves a boutique mini resort, and this is truly our dream home, our dream life. But you know what? I didn't realize how much money it would take to maintain this outstanding property. It's just like a hungry, hungry teenager. And since I don't have kids, those of you who have children say I, put your hands up because you all know how hungry they get when they're teenagers, right? So in any case, we moved in October 17th, my husband's 70th birthday, in the pouring, pouring tropical rain. But nevertheless, we were so excited to be in our beautiful home only to find out the pool was green, filled with algae. The overgrown jungle was impeding over our pool deck. It was some story, and it began the parade of tradesmen that were prancing through our property for the next many weeks in anticipation for our upcoming guests coming in to enjoy the winter season with us. So our little bit of nest egg that we had ended up getting swallowed up real, real quick. And that led us to being broke. So that was a lot of fun. And then on the other hand, well, you can see where we are with the blue arrow there, nestled right up on the hill overlooking beautiful Santiago Bay. On the other side is the freshwater Laguna. You can see Santiago Beach, 9 miles of beach, flat, beautiful, comfortable, great swimming. It's the best, the best. So no matter how many times I walk that beach with the dog, in the ocean, swimming up and down the stairs, I still had a whole lot of extra flab. And I wasn't feeling very good about myself. Our first year in Manzanillo was a very difficult year health-wise for me. I had shingles, that was a severe case. I had a UTI that wouldn't go away, dog bites that became badly infected. It was just one show after another, right? And I went to see the doctor, and he said, "Lady, you've got a serious, serious, serious case of FFB." Oh, pray, Dr. Tom, what could that be? He says, "You're fat, frumpy, and broke, girl." So thank goodness when we start praying, miracles start to happen. And that was the day, April 22nd, that Chris and Joni Budd called me up and said, "Risha, you need to know about these drops." And I looked at how fat and frumpy I was, and I went, "I need the drops." But the logical side of me said, "You don't have money for this. And we have a golden rule that we don't put anything on a credit card that can't be paid for next month." And I thought, but I need the drops. I went on Joni's website or on her Facebook page rather, and I saw all these testimonials, and I thought there's thousands of people that are experiencing good results from the drops. So obviously it could work for me too. So I kind of stole the money from my massage budget. I had had a head-on crash and I was hurting badly. So I took money out of that budget and I bought 2 boxes of these Slenderies drops. one for me and one to possibly share or sell to somebody. Well, I'm just going to fast forward because I followed the system that Joni taught me. It was basically posting twice a day on Facebook and letting others know about all of these testimonies of people that have had great results. And we're going to hear from 3 of them tonight. And I thought, well, I could do that. So on my first day of posting, my first post with Kim Gray was 19 comments. The second post in the afternoon with Michelle was 7 comments. And then my boxes arrived. So I held up 2 bottles in the box. Mike took a picture and I wrote in something like 171 today on target, and I got 59 comments, which resulted in 20 people wanting to buy drops from me and 6 people joining me in the team. So my life completely changed. I'm coming on my first anniversary. If you would have asked me 11 months ago, what do you think your life will be like 1 year from now? And I would have probably said, I hope to goodness nothing more falls apart in the villas. I hope to goodness that we get full 100% occupancy and I'll just go without food for a while so I can lose weight. That's where I was. I had no hope back then, even though we were in our dream home. As I say, we were really stuck in a financial bind. So fast forwarding, it was only a few months after I started the business that I started being able to realize my goals, and I had a whiteboard full of them. And this was the first one because my old fridge froze all of my food. Sarah, my maid, is in the middle celebrating with me the delivery of my fridge. I'm literally having a love affair with my brand new fridge. And our walls were all white. In Manzanillo, every house seems to be white, white, white. So I'm a color girl. I needed to bring in the paint crew and start painting those beautiful Mexican colors. Another goal realized. Our pergola was falling apart, dangerous situation to be in. So we brought in a crew to install a new pergola made out of exotic woods that don't get eaten by termites and hurt by the sun. So that was another celebration. Mike is really happy. He's one happy boy. He's been on motorcycles since he was 16. Now we're able to buy him a brand new 300cc motorcycle that he just loves to bits. And then we have tenants coming in, and guess what? On December 24th, Christmas Eve, we had a small earthquake, and then another small one, another small one, another small one. By the time we got to December 31, our pool had 100% failed. There was no water left in the pool. And I had a whole bunch of people checking in on January 2nd. So that was a hard phone call to make to tell them, guess what? We've got a beautiful resort, but there's no swimming pool for you. Well, thank goodness for this company and for the extra cash we had hanging around, we were able to get the pool repaired and celebrate with a beautiful party on January 14th. Recently, I found out that I qualified for a trip to Punta Cana. And I also found out that I qualify for 2 more trips. Can you imagine? I'm just doing what I'm doing, making a few phone calls, posting on Facebook, and these beautiful trips come. And I'm not saying this to impress you guys. I'm saying to impress upon you this company that we have with these amazing products, the amazing compensation opportunity plan attached to it, can change your life in 11 months, depending on your passion and your desire. If it can do for me when I'm so isolated from all of you and building a business in Mexico, anyone can do this, right? And it may take 11 months, it may take 3 years, but what the heck? You're still going to get ahead of it. So I'm going to share with you what happened to me on a health level. I look at that lady on the left and I don't even recognize myself that I allowed myself to get that big. And again, too, I don't know how it happened, just ordinary portions, but I did have a serious sugar addiction, hormonal changes, all of the above, fat and frumpy, right? And there, in 3 months, my body transitioned into the lady on the right. 3 months. I owe it to these guys, Darren Zobrist and John Wadsworth. Darren made his career in working on Wall Street. John Wadsworth actually, as a young adult, joined a network marketing company and spent his entire adult life with the same company. And now we actually have one of the products that he marketed. He owns the product he came on board with at 18 years of age. They bought 5 companies that were having financial trouble, owned under one corporation, making a lot of bad decisions. So Darren and John saw that every of these companies had stellar products, superior products that were seriously helping people. So they bought all of the companies because the products had clean ingredients made by doctors backed by science. And again, they were giving people serious results. They call the company Partner Co. because we're partnering together. We are simply better together. I learned so much in the last 11 months about hormonal imbalance, and I had no clue that all of those symptoms that I was appreciating had to do with hormonal imbalance. The mood swings, the anxiety, the low libido, headaches, night sweats, food cravings. I invite you to tick off a little mental tick as I'm going through the circles here. Most people are 3 to 5 to 7 of these easy. Hot flashes, acne, insomnia, fatigue, and weight gain. It all has to do with hormonal imbalance. And I don't care if you're over the age of 50 and you try to diet, you know what? You might as well, you just need something to help you along the way. That's what I want to say. And of course, it segues into this slide that's talking about our 100 superior products, products that naturally balance your hormones, healthy weight loss, and increase your energy. Athletes love our products because they have increased performance. There's stress support products, energy drinks, products to strengthen your immunity system and reduce inflammation, nutritious products, products for healthier skin, help you sleep better, and a healthier gut. When you combine all of our products together and put them into different industries, we touch several multi-billion-dollar industries. And as we go forward, more and more people want to look younger, feel younger, get off their meds, be healthier. Look around you. It's all of us, right? We have an outstanding science team headed by Dr. Ray Strand. He's our chief medical officer. He's been in the industry for a long time, very, very well known with his series of books. Dr. Pina, he's out of Mexico, and he is just an amazing, amazing doctor. And along with Brett West and several other scientists, these gentlemen oversee 1,040 annual quality tests to ensure that you are getting the best of the best. There are over 215 published clinical studies about our products. We have Dr. Crystal Vance, our Wellness Council president. Many wellness professionals have joined us on our team simply because of the science that supports our products. Kristen White, a triathlete, owns a gym. She's an amazing person and very, very product knowledge. She's on our athletic council. What got me super excited, because I love to travel. Here I am living in Mexico. I'm able to do a business in a global company in over 50 countries, and you can too. Because with our system of growth, and you post on Facebook, somebody from Italy may see that post and wonder, can I get the drops in Italy? You do a quick look at your website on the Italian flag, and you see indeed the drops are available there. Send them a smart link, which we teach you how to do. They get their product fulfilled from the European office, and the following Friday, you get paid. It's that easy. It's completely transparent. There are no international tax numbers, bureaucratic business applications, anything like that. And you have over 50 markets that you can do business in, which is very, very super exciting. Let's talk a bit about our products right now. I won't touch all of them. I'm just going to highlight a few of my favorites. Skincerity is a product that was created by a team of dermatologists some years ago, like we're talking a couple of decades ago, specifically for problem skin situations. But what they found along the way, it also has a lot of anti-aging benefits. It's a product that has so many first aid benefits, even on top of bug bites, scars from yesteryear. I just put one on as a test in the very beginning of owning this product. I put it on a bad scar that I had on my knee, and you know what? It's just about gone. You can't even see it. It's incredible. Look at Marlene's legs. She was so kind as to donate these testimonial photos to me. She had a serious problem of a skin condition on her legs, and after rolling on the Skincerity for a short period of time, her legs returned to normal. It's a great, great product. Oh, dancing around with my slides here. Sorry about that. Noni and collagen. I love this product. The noni, of course, is one of the most efficacious fruits in the world, combined with collagen to have a healthy, strong skin. So important to look after when you're in a young age and not worry when you're in 90. A dental hygienist had actually told me that someone was in the dental office and rubbed her arm against the wall of the dental office, and the wall ripped her skin open. And this lady was in her high 80s. So, it's really important to make sure that you have young, strong skin and you keep it that way and not wait till you're in your 90 and have problems. The noni, again, the most efficacious fruit in the world. It grows in tropical locations. The best of the best nonis come from Tahiti with the volcanic ash growing conditions. And the noni, wow, this is definitely one of my favorites. It's the third product that I bought as I started to make a few paydays with our company. As I learned about it, I thought I need to have this product in my body. Why? Well, it promotes overall health and wellness. It supports a healthy immune system. And right now in Manzanillo, I am in the time of FOP, fresh off the plane people who come with their bronchial viruses and their germs. And normally every winter living in Mexico, I get bronchitis that lasts me for 3 months. This year, I feel like I've got the noni soldiers that surround my body that are protecting me from any of those things from trying to enter my system. It helps boost energy and endurance, helps sustain joint health and promotes mobility. So when you come to my villas, you can get up and down the stairs with ease, supports a healthy cardiovascular system, helps fight harmful free radicals and protect against oxidative damage. And there's powerful adaptogens that support balance, stress response. So you're going to find yourself balanced out along with our drops as well. You'll be making a lot better decisions because anxiety seems to have left your life. Supports mood balancing effects as well. It is definitely the best of the best. Our NutriFi line has been created by doctors. Probiotics was created by Dr. Pena here in Mexico. I believe it's the best of the best. It has billions of strains, prebiotic, probiotic. It's even in its own special packaging so that it doesn't have to be refrigerated. It's protected from temperature. It is the best healthy gut, right? It's our second brain. Very important. Omega Q for your brain and your heart. Amplify for your brain and increase energy. The optimals for your lungs, your eyes, your muscles, your blood. Finale is our best-selling product in China. It is designed for saggy skin because as you take our drops and lose weight, your skin will be a bit saggy. Well, Finale pops it back. And it also has so much vitamin C that a lot of us superdose. If there's any kind of tickle that may be coming in, I invite you to have more of the noni, more of the Finale, and more of the MOA that I'm about to talk about. And you'll just have such a shield around your body that there's no way that any of those bugs are going to get in. All natural. MOA. Wow. What can I tell you about the MOA? I was suffering greatly with achy fingers, achy toes, achy back. And recently had said to me, as soon as you can, Ricia, buy some MOA. On my second paycheck with the company, I bought the MOA. It contains 36 superfoods from exotic locations of liquid nutrition. I like to keep mine in the fridge. It's great when it's cold. All of these foods are very expensive, and yet they come together, each with the purpose. And ideally, it helps with inflammation in your body. And you could see on this lady's feet what a difference from seriously inflamed to normal feet. I can't imagine the pain that she was undergoing when she had her situation. The same with this gentleman as well, too. I know he lost a lot of weight with the drops, and he also was able to get his feet back to normalization with the MOA. Great, great product. And every now and then you may want to cheat with that piece of pizza because we do have a food plan with our drops, which is very, very comprehensive, very detailed, lots of great stuff for you to eat. But you might want to have a piece of pizza. I'm going to recommend get yourself some sugar stop, put it in your cart. It's going to block a good percentage of the white sugars and a good percentage of the carbs from converting into sugars and going into your bloodstream. It's delicious. It's a powder. Mix it with water. Tastes like mango. So good. And Slenderies, the Pure Nourish is my breakfast. It's a vanilla tasting protein powder, 18 grams of protein, pure biotic, prebiotic, probiotic, minerals and vitamins. There's so much nourishment in that package that if all the food should disappear tomorrow, you would still have enough nutrition to well survive. There are no dairy products in there, no whey products, no soy products. It's pure pea protein. To add extra vitamins and nutritions, I would suggest to throw in a small scoop of Giving Greens. With that, you get 2 pounds of efficacious greens, including goji and acai berries. Taste delicious. And I happen to like the chocolate flavored shakes every morning. So I throw in my beautiful booster, the cocoa. And I also put that in my morning coffee. Tastes so good. I see the drops peeking in the corner, but before we talk about the drops, I want to introduce to you my Fountain of Youth in a box. It is called Renew. It is the only product of its kind in the world. We have 2 international patents pending. Renew helps combat the natural aging process to promote youth and vitality. Do you know the anti-aging business is one of the biggest health businesses out there? This product is expertly formulated to trigger human growth hormone, the HGH production, which we all stop producing at about the age of 30. What does HGH do? We've all heard about those teenage boys with the raging hormones and so on. Well, HGH, and why did the teenagers sleep so much, right? Because HGH helps you sleep in more restorative sleep. And that's what we get when we take this product. It increases libido, stamina, and pleasure. We had a great testimonial from Melissa Jackson and her husband Andrew the other night. It was a lot of fun. It reduces body fat and increases lean muscle, promotes youthful looking skin and hair. I was told by a hairdresser I could never have long hair. And this is the longest, I'm 66 years old, and this is the longest hair I've ever had in my life, thanks to Renew. Improve mood and energy, improve cell regeneration. Everyone loves the Renew. And number one is that you sleep better with this product. When you marry it up with the drops, you will accelerate your weight loss. These drops are natural, safe, and effective, stimulant and hormone free. They've been on the market for over 12 years. Over 1 million bottles. 1 million bottles have been sold. That's a lot of testimonials and a lot of customers that have had some great results. You will drop twice the weight as diet alone, clinically proven and doctor recommended. What will the drops do for you? Well, first of all, it's going to curb your hunger and control your appetite. Your brain is going to get a message: stop eating now, you've had enough. And you know that feeling at Thanksgiving that you feel like, okay, stop eating? That's the same kind of feeling. I celebrate that it completely eliminated my sugar cravings. I was hooked on cigarettes at one time, hooked on alcohol at one time. I had the willpower to let go of that, but I never had the willpower to let go of my ice cream. And now with the body balancing drops, I don't want the sugar. And I believe the same will happen for you as well. It helps balance your hormones, including insulin, ghrelin, leptin, and cortisol. And it's going to stimulate your metabolism, so you're going to feel increased energy. You'll feel younger, help you stay motivated, and helps with stress and stabilizing your mood as well. Clinically proven to support your thyroid and maintain healthy blood sugar levels. We're going to hear from our guests tonight about that. And it helps with brain clarity, and your memory will see improvements as well. I call them my magic drops because it's a lot more than just 20 pounds. I want to insist this is not a fad or a diet. It is a lifestyle. It's clean eating. We should be exercising anyway, right? We should be drinking water anyway, and we should be eating right anyway. How many times are we told that we shop on the outside perimeter of the store? Our food list is so comprehensive and detailed. Tonight, I had an amazing dinner with turkey and salad and blueberries. It was just so good. And you've got so many choices available for you here, all kinds of proteins, vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, lots. And in our Circle of Health, we've got all kinds of cookbooks available for you. So you will not go without. But let's look at some results. Jane Storch, my dear friend out of Victoria. Look at the transition in Jane, 32 pounds in 8 weeks. James Leponsi, 47 pounds in 4 months. I mean, look at the guy on the right. He looks like a younger version, like his younger brother. Wow. Oh, let's go back here. We have Dr. Crystal, who lost 162 pounds. She lost a full person, and she did this about 6 or 7 years ago. The lady on the right still looks like that today. In fact, Dr. Crystal will be in Vancouver on March 22nd. I will be in Vancouver as well. Looking forward to meeting everybody. On Sunday, we're in Parksville on Vancouver Island. On Monday, we're in Victoria. And Wednesday, the team is continuing on to Calgary. So you've got to come to these events and definitely listen to Dr. Crystal as she speaks and shares her story. My story is this: April 23rd, these pictures on the top were taken before one drop was consumed in my mouth. And you'll see 13 days later, May 6th, the fat just seemed to fall off. It was amazing. I said to my husband, but I've only lost 6 pounds. And he said, I know, but you're shrinking. You know, the inches, it was a non-scale win, and the inches were just coming off my body. I really celebrated. I've gone now from size 16/18 to a size 8/10. And again, too, it happened for me in 3 months. Tracy out of West Virginia, huge transition. Athletes love our products because also their hormones are in circus mode, and the body balancing drops help them balance, and they also get better performance. Katie Fear, her 30-day transition, and I understand the photos have gotten even better with her as she's continued on with her program. Maggie Schaubel, Senior Vice President with our company, she's done amazing as well. Julie Park was very sick when the drops were introduced to her. She was married to a doctor, and now look at Julie. She is just very, very healthy, very slim. She looks so young, and she's highly successful because she couldn't stop talking about this product as others were admiring her transition. My mouse is on happy mode. It keeps wanting to jump around. April from Oklahoma, looking younger and certainly much healthier. The Hublers have a physiotherapy clinic. Josh tore the science apart on the drops before he would refer to his customers, being very satisfied that it was everything he was looking for. They did amazing by losing a ton of weight and doing very well with the business as well. Sheila, she was on our call not too long ago, and my goodness, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. Sheila was telling us her story of chemotherapy and radiation, and going from that situation with a very poisoned, unhealthy body to super healthy and saying goodbye to 25 pounds. Chris Bailey, recently on our call, he had Lyme disease and couldn't find any kind of medical attention other than a continuous row of antibiotics. The drops helped him. He lost a lot of weight and got super healthy again. Selena, her labs came back showing her BP numbers so much better, her A1C numbers so much better, and she looks so much younger. Oh my God. Everybody is transitioning. I just get a real giggle out of this. Ashley, Antley, and Reese. I just love these two. Ashley celebrates that she's no more experiencing menopausal symptoms, including night sweats, hot flashes, those anxious moments. Her husband said goodbye to his addiction of Dr. Pepper. And yeah, he's drinking like 5 bottles of Dr. Pepper a day and a whole box of Oreo cookies at night before bed. Reese looks so much better now. The two of them are lovely. They help us a lot build our business. My dear, dear, dear friend Penny Toner in Grand Prairie, there she is on the left, very, very ill. She had colon cancer, and she also had 5 operations, one trying to fix the other, and she was very sick and not very excited about life anymore. After 2 months on the drops, there's my dear Penny on the right, just celebrating life all over again. The Fuchs, Anne and Chad, wow, love these guys. The pictures paint 1,000 words. When they were on our calls, they were telling us about their labs coming back so much better, so much healthier. Their doctors couldn't believe, like, just keep doing what you're doing, the doctor said. Jerry Wyndham not only lost 12 pounds, but now he doesn't have to hold his other hand as it shakes going up to his mouth with the soup spoon. The shakes are gone. With my husband on the drops for 2 months, his shakes are gone. I keep saying it's a lot more than 20 pounds. We have no claim to cure, to treat, anything like that. I'm just telling you the stories of these people that I know of what has happened with them. Colleen Braden, my dear friend out of Omaha, look at the changes in Colleen. Oh my goodness, so much healthier. Rachel Kemp couldn't get rid of her baby fat until the drops. Barbara McCubin out of Maryland, she went from chubby and joyous to thin and even more joyous. I want to introduce to you a product called Advantage. The drops are going to promote overall weight loss, while the Advantage accelerates the loss of harmful visceral fat around your waist and hips. Dr. Ray Strand says weight gain around our middles is associated with an increased risk for high blood pressure, elevated cholesterol, heart disease, and diabetes. The medical community is now referring to visceral fat as killer fat. So what are the advantages to this product? They increase calories burned by 10 times, so you get leaner and faster. It helps reduce stubborn visceral fat to slim waist and hips. It helps increase metabolism, so you burn more calories, so obviously you'll get more energy. Activates fat-burning cells in your brown adipose tissue, and helps prevent weight regain following weight loss. In Canada, there's been some promotions that were just announced. And in the United States, there's also a special as well, too. So take advantage of these amazing products because they all work in tandem together. Now, without further ado, I've got some live testimonials tonight that I'm pretty excited about. I want to bring forward James Laughery from Omaha. They recently were on a beautiful cruise, and he's got quite the story to share with us. James, are you in the house with us tonight? Undo your mic and let's talk. James, just need to unmute your mic, please.
There we go. We got it.
Wonderful. Hey, there you are.
There.
Did you have a nice
Hi.
cruise?
Oh, we had a great time. Absolutely super. Yeah, we went down to Bonaire and then Aruba for a couple days, and then Grand Cayman, and it was fantastic. Absolutely great.
So tell me, oh, I just swallowed an ice cube. Sorry about that. I need to know. I heard your testimonial the other day on the phone and that, on one of our calls, and that's why I needed to have you on our call as a guest. Tell me
Sure.
your story because it was just fascinating to hear you.
Well, my wife and I, we retired. When I retired first, she told me I couldn't stay in the house and do nothing. So I drove Uber for a while. And then she had friended John Oakey in Omaha at one time. And then Christy came about and she had a place with her other company. So the two of us jumped in and we were helping from independent living people to go in there and just, a couple times a week to do that. And then, of course, John and Christy introduced us to the body balance drops, and we started taking those, and they're fantastic. I mean, I started taking them. I lost some weight and so forth, but the big thing for me was MOA. When I started taking MOA, and I have both of my knees are in terrible shape. I played athletics my whole life. And I was taking cortisone shots every 3 months for my knees. And I was getting ready to have knee surgery on one of the knees. And so I started taking this MOA along with the drops. And all of a sudden one day, and it didn't take that long, a couple of weeks or so, and all of a sudden I'm going, wait a minute, I can stand out with no pain. I can move. I can do some things, and I'm going, this can't be right. But sure enough, it was definitely the MOA. And we could not have gone on that cruise and just done the amount of things that we did. Going up and down. I mean, the ship is 15, decks, and going out on the beach and having a great time. Never could have happened with my knees as bad as they were. But MOA came through, and just the feeling that it gives you, it's incredible. I mean, first time in my life, I've been below, for about 20 years, that I've been below 200 pounds. And
Wow.
it just went like that. But Renew, I do take Renew, and that's a great product. Take it at night, and it does help you sleep and so forth. But, there's some great products. And, we're just new at this. But we're learning and beginning to talk to some people. And we have one lady that we talked to. It was actually my wife's sister who has rheumatoid arthritis, and she's going to get started on MOA and, of course, the drops and so forth. So pretty exciting. Yeah.
What a great story, James. And you know what? Like I say, these products are more than just 20 pounds. What they do for us, because what it did for you was a fabulous memory, a beautiful second honeymoon with your wife on
Yeah.
these gorgeous islands. And otherwise, you would have had to stay home and suffer through your knee problems, right? I'm
Oh,
so happy.
absolutely. Yeah,
Oh, this is just wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us and for
no
coming on to
problem.
our call. You're welcome to our call anytime.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting me.
So much.
It's great.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Always one amazing story after another. Just love it, love it. It's just great. And look at these two. I mean, like they're on their second honeymoon, these two kids. Now we're going to go to Lethbridge, Alberta, and hear another fabulous story from Margaret and Stewart Erickson. Really excited to hear their story as well.
Good
Margaret
evening.
and Stewart.
I'm here.
Hi,
Yes.
beautiful. How are you?
We are good. Thank you.
Oh,
I
so
guess we're
glad. Hi,
lucky.
Stewart.
Hello.
I guess we're lucky because my daughter just texted and wanted to know if we had power. And I guess most of the area on the west side of Lethbridge is out of power. So I guess I'm lucky that we have it.
Here we go. So let's hear
Yes.
your story. You have a fascinating story to share as a
Well,
couple.
I'm a retired teacher, and Stuart's industry was in life insurance, estate planning, and he was a certified financial planner. And all of his married life and working life, he never weighed more than 155 pounds. His waist was always like 32, 33 inches, and I always envied him his waist. And if there's a word that can describe both of us, we're sugaraholics. And we could do without bread, we could do without salt, but give us sugar, and we loved it. And I had a girlfriend that died about 8 years ago with the same kind. Stewart has primary progressive multiple sclerosis, and she had the same disease. And she weighed like 120 pounds when she got diagnosed and probably weighed in excess of 200 pounds when she died. She had a husband who was a fantastic cook, used a lot of cream and whatever. But what I also had the memory is how much dead weight her body was. And because I am his full-time caregiver, I knew that the more weight he put on, the harder it would be for me and the harder it is for him to get off. He can't walk fast enough. He can't go to a gym. And so a girl that's in the Lions Club with my husband, Holly Bandolo, told me about these drops. And we weren't going anyplace south this winter. And I said, you know what? I think we need to work on our health. And I love numerology, and the year 2025 equals 9, and 9 in numerology is completion. So I beat myself up for excess years of starting things and not finishing them. And so I thought, okay, this is a sort of a clue. This year it's about completion. And so I told Stewart, I said, okay, if we do this, you have to buy into it 100%. Because if you don't, I don't want to put all this effort in and do all the shopping and the planning and the cooking and all of that if you're going to be snacking and cheating along the way. So he said, no, he said, I'm in. He fell twice 3 years ago. And one fall, he broke his wrist, and another fall, he broke his shoulder. And we know that the more weight you have when you fall, the greater the injury. And so this year I have done more looking at recipes, more adapting recipes. My big challenge was I left for 10 days to go help our granddaughter whose husband's in the military, and he was going to be gone for 40 days. And she's got a 4-year-old. So I flew to go visit her. So it was making 10 days of meals for Stewart before I left. And then my daughter and one grandson stayed, they took turns. And so for those 10 days, he still got to follow the plan. And they made sure he had his drops. The only thing Stewart is taking are the drops, and I'm taking the drops and the Vantage.
Advantage.
I've just started that. And the rest of it is all being about our meals and following. But when we started this too, we said this is a life change. And if we don't go 100% on what the original plan is, we don't beat ourselves up. Like this is about life living. And I'm 75. He's going to be 75 later on this year. And so I use monk sugar, I use the almond flour, and I create desserts using those kinds of things. So it's not like we feel depleted. I can go shopping. I can go past all the candies, the cookies, whatever. I have no interest in buying them, which for us is fantastic. Stewart has gone from 180 pounds to 161 this morning. And I've gone from 170, and I've been stuck for a week now at 152. So a little bit of beating up on myself, but also I'm wearing a size 10 pant, new thing, so I'm not letting the beating up go. But Stewart goes, and I'm going to let him explain this. Stu goes for Thai massage, which he has found so beneficial for his MS over the years. And this guy has known us for in excess of 10 years. He's worked on Stewart. So I'm going to pass it to Stu, and he can share what Matt said.
Okay, we're running a little over time, Stewart, so I want to hear your story. Let's do it in 2 minutes. Could we do it in 2 minutes?
Okay, so
You do it.
okay, he said for me to do it because I talk faster, I guess. Anyway, Matt came out and he said, Mark, this is not about the weight. Like he'd lost about 16 pounds at the time. He said, I want to tell you, he said, to get Stu off the mat. He said, I have never gotten him off the mat so easily. He said, I did things to him today that I've never been able to do to him before. I mean, that sort of sounds aggressive, but it's Thai massage, so it's good in that. And he said when he was walking without his crutches, the strength that he had to put on me, he said, was minimal. So the massage therapist was raving about the difference he could observe in Stewart.
This is such a great story, Stewart. Oh, I got goosebumps. Oh, I celebrate. And you've only just begun your drops journey.
As of the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we started January 2nd.
Yeah, there you go. You're, 2.5 months in. Just wait till you're a few months more. You might be hanging from the chandeliers. Who knows, right?
Oh, we got rid of it.
We just got rid of it today or this week.
That's funny. Oh my goodness, Margaret and Stewart, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. It's really heart moving, and this is a lot more than just 20 pounds.
Yes, thank you. And
magic.
thank you to Holly for starting us.
Thank you, Holly, for starting Margaret and Stewart on the program and changing their lives. This is so wonderful.
All you had to do is say yes.
All you have to do is say yes. What a great, great, great story. So by now you're probably wondering, how do I get the drops? Well, you can become a customer and buy retail, but who wants to do that, right? Let's talk about getting you the best value. In the United States, it's a one-time lifetime membership. Again, it's one-time lifetime for $29.95. And in Canada, it's $37.95 because we like to pay more up here. And along the way, Margaret and Stewart and James are going to be telling people, because people notice when you're going up and down 15 flights of stairs on a cruise ship. People notice when you're bending and contorting yourself during Thai massage, and you're going to tell them about these products. And why not? The company wants to send you a check for commission referral. So why not? We include all the training for you, the back office, the website, everything. It's a very simple business, but everything is included for you with this as well at no extra monthly fees on these tools. I do want to say that anything that you earn, some people will accelerate and earn it quick. Some people will be a little slower. Everything with the earning ability on our compensation plan, as rich it is, depends on your individual desire and skill set. Let's talk about how to turn drops into profits, the second part of our program. When you become a brand partner, you can basically be a glorified customer and purchase retail. A friend of mine, Steve in Calgary, we just helped him do a big order today. He's a brand partner and he doesn't want to do a business. He's pretty busy, but he likes to get that 30% discount. So you can also be a brand partner and refer others and be eligible for commissions. And we'll talk about that too. So what you want to do is activate your position. And one example is to get a 4-pack in the United States. It's $371. So you're going to keep $1 for yourself and be able to sell it to your customers at $167, which is a discount off the suggested retail. So you're looking at $222 profit by sharing these 3 other boxes with others. In the United States, you can also get a better unit cost on a 10-pack, which brings it down to $88 a box, and your profits are close to $800. In Canada, our 4-pack is $465, also 200 points, which activates your position. You're able to keep 1 box and enjoy profits of $240 and also give your customers a discount by offering them a selling price of $197 Canadian. We'd like everybody to get to the top pay position called Ultimate. Some people like to work their way up there. Some people say, you know what, just give me a big kit and I'll be able to get to Ultimate right out of the gate so I can focus on doing other things I need to do. So basically, Ultimate is 1,500 points. It's a top pay. I'll explain that in a moment. And should you move 30 boxes over in this time period, I recommend is 30 days, you're looking at anywhere from 2,500 plus Canadian to 2,700 US dollars in profits. Now, what does happen with social media? People on an international level are going to see your postings. And before you know it, you have an international market waiting for you. And it's as easy as this. This system that I'm showing you is a screenshot of Boards. Boards is an app you put on your phone, and all of the testimonies are inside. Social media, week 1, week 2, week 3. We train you exactly how to post, when to post. And when people have questions in regards to the products, the ingredients, the prices, and so on, you just click on text strips for drops and you copy and paste the answers. So that's why we are so successful, is because it's a simple system, plug and play, copy and paste. Now, here's a post that I did on my Facebook page. Rick and Crystal together lost 210 pounds. Wow. Do you think that didn't get some comments coming in? Absolutely. So the system of growth is simply posting twice a day as to the program. It's so simple. And now you're going to want to keep your position. Oh, there goes my, sorry again. We're jumping all over here. My mouse has got attitude today. There we go. Okay. You want to activate your position with 200 points, and this is going to enable you to be eligible to receive commissions. One option again is the Canadian 4-pack is 200 points, $465, and your profits are roughly $240 by sharing it with others. And the United States, your 4-pack, also 200 points, which will activate your position, is $371, and you're looking at profits of about $222. I will encourage you to add the Renew. It is such a wonderful product and it works and marries up so well with the drops. In Canada, 4-pack plus Renew is $629. In the US, a 4-pack plus Renew is $476, and both of those purchases will activate your position. In the United States, you have the advantage of getting 10 packs, which increases your profits. So the more you buy, the bigger the discounts. You can also get a 20-pack where you're looking at profits of $1,580, individual, or rather an investment cost of $1,760 on a 20-pack. Or a 30-pack, I would highly recommend. It automatically puts you at Ultimate. It is the best per unit cost at $77, and your profits are $27.10. It's almost impossible in a brick and mortar business to have a $2,300 investment and make a profit of $27.10 in your first couple of weeks or 3-4 weeks. In Canada, we can help you choose a kit that comes together in a very choice of products, 1,500 points. And again, too, you can keep some for yourself and the rest can be inventory for others. And that's one great way to get to Ultimate as well, too. And all of our products are so good. We hear the testimonies. These products just seem to work. We were voted the most generous best compensation plan in the industry. We are paid 9 different ways. The first one I'm going to share with you again. You get 30% off of retail. And in turn, when you share it with others, you gain that 30% margin. The new volume bonus is for when you talk to somebody. And in this example, it's going to be Mary, who lives in Illinois. And Mary says, you know what? I'm going to pay my $29.95, become a brand partner, and I would like to have 2 10-packs. In this case, that's 1,000 points. If you're activated with a 4-pack, you would earn $150. That's 15%. But if you were at the Ultimate at 30%, you would have made $300. So you actually earn the top pay. Once you achieve Ultimate, you never have to requalify for it again. It is your top pay position with the company for as long as you have a career with our company. We're going to recommend that you choose some different products each month, just because every single one of them is so darn good. You can sell or buy 100 points of product, and that keeps you activated and qualified for continued commissions. Another way that we get paid weekly, yes, we do get paid every Friday. Tomorrow is Friday. It is called base pay. And that, let's say for the example, Mary, after her first 4 weeks, you're going to earn that 30%. And on the 5th week, you'll earn 15%. So Mary may buy another 10-pack. She introduces Henry, Bob, and Roger. Whatever those points come to is 15% based on a formula. When those 15% in one given week surmount to $250 or more, the company in turn gives you an additional 15% called savings bonus. When that savings bonus, it's all tracked on a wheel in your back office, when you can see it climb, climb, climb. And when it gets up to $10,000, you're going to get that special phone call from the company. And the following Friday, your 10,000 US dollars, yes, Canadians, this is US dollars, that gets deposited into your bank account. There are so many people at the last convention, many people on stage getting their checks. Chris and Joni Budd, again, the friends that introduced this program to me, they unlocked their savings bonus in 8 months. Jerry and Allison just unlocked theirs. Oh my goodness, there's so many people celebrating. Reese and Ashley, Kim Grace celebrating with her family. The other way we get paid is lifestyle credits. As I spoke to you at the very beginning, was the Punta Cana trip. And basically, I had enough lifestyle credits. It's kind of like our Air Miles program that I was able to cash in and redeem for this trip. So I could have brought a bunch of guests and so on, or I can save the balance of my points for the next up and coming trips. This Tahiti trip was last April. As you can see, there's a lot of happy people in the crowd there. And July was another trip over to the Bahamas. A whole bunch of happy people went on that. Russell, a friend of ours out of the Lower Mainland area and the Vancouver area, he went on a trip to Puerto Vallarta, and he just said it was like a vacation made for a king. Up and coming is the Punta Cana trip. That's very, very soon. And a whole bunch more are going on the trip to Bali as well. So at a recent convention I was at, there was 2,100 people at the convention, and over
Ricia, your slides
Yes.
aren't moving.
They're not moving. Thank you. Which slide are you looking at?
We're looking at the 10-pack.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Thank you, Charlene.
Thank you, dear.
Okay, let's go back here. What do you see now?
Power ranking, the top 50.
Okay, let me go back a little bit so you can see all these beautiful pictures. Oh, we're way back there, aren't we? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay, the 10,000 bonuses. I don't know what's going on, but my mouse and the advancement things must be Mercury retrograde, having to do with the harvest moon coming up or something. Who knows? So again, so many people celebrating the savings bonus, the $10,000, and every IPA call that we're on, which is a training call early in the morning, We hear more and more people that qualify for it. The Tahiti trip, so many people. And our Bahamas trip. And upcoming is Bali. That will be in June. Chris and Joni will be on that trip, as well as many other top leaders. And again, Punta Cana coming up very soon. Many, many people coming on that trip. And now, without further ado, we have a lady here that has an amazing story. Melissa Landry comes from Thibodaux, Louisiana. You can see from the transition from this beautiful lady going from left to right. Wow, what a story. She's got the labs to talk about. She's got her doctor approving her of what she's doing. We've got so much to talk to her about. Melissa, I'm really excited for you to share your story with our group tonight.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me.
Oh, I'm so grateful to see you. Wow, you're so beautiful. I can't believe that that's the
you.
same girl in the
Hey
picture.
guys, I'm so sorry. It's like 3 hours after my bedtime.
Oh no, you look good. I know we're late, so thank you for staying
That's
up. It's
okay.
awesome.
Thank you. My dog was fussing a minute ago. She's like, Mom, come on. But thank you. Yes, and I saw you started in April. I started in June 23rd,
Mhm.
actually, 2 months
And you
later.
lost all that weight in such a short period of
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, I still have a little ways to go. I'm not exactly where I want to be yet, but yeah. Something I heard somebody say on a Zoom the other day, like my weight doesn't match the way I look, you
Yeah,
know. And so I'm like, okay, I understand what she's saying, but I don't understand it.
yeah.
I don't
So you
understand how
started in
that's
June.
happening. I
How many
did. I
breast
started
sizes
June.
have you lost now?
So when I started, the picture with the green shirt that you showed, okay, that was my moment. I was like, okay, I never take a picture sitting down because I don't like the way that looks. And I never take a picture at the front of the table. Like I always watched myself. And I'm so thankful to have that picture now. But that was April 15th. And when I saw it, I was like, dear God, like where's my friends? Why they didn't save me from looking like that, you know? Um and so I had started another program that I had lost 20 pounds on, but it had bad side effects to I have gastroparesis where the nerve endings to my stomach went bad. And so when I brought the thing to my doctor and she pulled it up and everything, she says, no, boo, you can't be on this. She said, that's not good. Well, and I think it was about, yeah, sometimes in June I was starting the drops. And so I had the booklet and I brought it to her before I started. I said, okay, I want you to check this, the little booklet we get with the drops. And so she looks at it, she said, oh, wow, this looks good. She said, yeah. She said, and they even have the eating plan. I said, yes, you know. And so she said, yeah, there's nothing wrong with this. She said, you can do it. I said, okay. So I started in June. I was in a size 4 or 5X in shirts, and I was in a size 24, 26 in jeans. And now I went thrift shopping with my sister and my dad today, and she said, Miss, what size shirts are you in? I said, well, it depends, like small, medium, large, extra large, because you know, the makes are all different. And so, like she was picking out some stuff for me and all, because I've gone through my closet like 7 times. I had to get rid of clothes. And so now in jeans, I'm in a 14 going into a 12.
Wow.
Never in my life,
So amazing.
never
Wow.
in my
So
life have I ever been in those size. Yeah, and I'm 56. I'll be 57 in October. Um, so yeah, so I just started. So health wise, um, gastroparesis, diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, sleeping with a CPAP machine for sleep apnea, you know, on the insulin for diabetes, and then a couple of other medications. November of 2023, I had 3 stents put in my heart. I didn't have a heart attack, but I had 99% blockage. Caught it right in time, and I had 3 stents put in my heart. So I started the drops and things started changing. I was already eating good. I was already eating, like I had already started to change the way I was eating, and I plateaued at 260 for over a year. I was going to the gym 5 days a week, swimming every day in the swimming pool, um, like just doing it all. And I plateaued, and I went to my doctor. I was seeing an endocrinologist in Homa. And I said, what do I have to do to get off of insulin? I can't stand myself no more. I can't, like, I'm just disgusted. And she says, well, you'll never get off of insulin. She says, but we can change it. And I looked at her and I said, watch God. And she chuckled. And I said, I'm serious, watch God. And she said, hadn't even knew about the drops at that time. And she's like, okay. So some things happened in my life, and I ended up without a vehicle because my husband had left. And so I was transitioned to a doctor here in Thibodeau. Well, every doctor I went to, I brought the booklet. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm following. Like the first doctor I saw was the endocrinologist, and he wanted to put me on the weight loss insulins. I said, no, I can't do it. I said, my last endocrinologist said no because of the gastroparesis, and he kept pushing it. He had a diet plan in his hand, and I handed him the booklet, and I said, this is what I'm doing. And I showed him the foods list, and he looked at his paper, and he took it and he threw it back on his desk. He says, you're doing better than what I was going to give you. I said, well, this was done by an endocrinologist. Why did that change? That it's better than what you was about to give me. Why did that change? And like, he didn't know what to say. So he didn't have to say anything either. But anyway, he kept pushing the insulin, And so I said, wait a minute, look. I said, you don't even have labs on me. I said, let's go and let me go do my labs. I said, then if I need to be on insulin, I'll entertain what you're telling me. Okay, let's do that. And I felt like the doctor. And so I went and did my labs. That was July 31st. August 1st, they called me. The lady says, Miss Melissa, she said, your labs are amazing. She said, like, seriously amazing. I said, okay, do I have to be on insulin? She said, no, ma'am, you don't. I said, what is my A1C? She said, a 6.8. I said, what was it the last time I had this done? She said, the last time you had this done was in May, and you was an 8.0.
Wow.
I said, okay. No insulin? She said, no insulin. I said, all right. So I was like, thank you, God. So I still want to go back to that doctor in home and say, look, no insulin. So then come October, I saw my primary, and I hadn't seen her since March. And so when I walked in, she looked at me and I started laughing. She's like, what happened? And I said, well, yes, I'm about to tell you. And so I walked in, I gave her a booklet. I said, Kristen, you need to check this out. I said, you need to get patients on this. I said, because it's unbelievable. I said, your patients that can't take the shots that you're selling, I said, you need to put them on this. And so I went in, I had lost 66 pounds because, like I said, I had did 20 pounds before that on another program. She was looking at all my back, things we talked about. I love her because she makes goals. Like, she says, okay, where do you want to be next time you come in? And so, and the time before, I had the beginning stages of Hashimoto's disease. And when she told me that, I was like, God, no, like, I can't deal with anything else. Like, God, please, I just cannot deal with anything else. And so, she says, Melissa, she said, you reached 4 of your goals that you made last time you was here. And I said, awesome. She said, like, you're working out more. She said, you lost weight. She said, you're getting off of medications. She said, like, that was all your goals, And I said, yeah, she said, you look amazing. She said, I am so proud of you. And so when I was leaving, like we set some more goals, you know. So when I was leaving, I said, oh, wait a minute. I said, what about the Hashimoto's disease? I said, you didn't mention that this time. And she said, let me look. And she went back and looked. She said, it's not there no more. She
Wow.
said, there's no signs of it. I was like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. And so that was my primary. So then I think it was the end of November or so. In November, I saw my heart doctor. It was almost a year after I had the stents put in my heart. And so he was so funny because he's an Indian man. He cracks me up. So he's going over, like he sits and he talks in his microphone and it's like typing on a screen and everything, you know. And I had brought our catalog with me. And so he's reading off everything, and like everything was getting, like from the labs, everything was either balancing or getting better, you know. And then when he got to my weight, he goes, is this right? I said, yeah. And he looked back at me. He said, you lost 66 pounds since you were here. He said, woman, what do you do? And I started laughing. So I told him, I just like, Doc, look, I said, you have to share this with your patients. You do. I mean, it's all natural, it's holistic, it's no chemicals, it's nothing. It's like I left the book there with his staff. And he's like, I said, Doc, even my feet shrunk. I was in a size 10 shoe and I said, I'm in a 7. And he started laughing. He said, we're not even gonna recognize you next time. I said, good, because I said, next time I don't want to come back after that. But he wanted to take me off of the medication. He wanted to take me off my Bayer aspirin, and he had me on Plavix since the surgery. And I had just bought my bottle of Bayer aspirin. I paid like $17 for it, and thankfully I don't have to pay for my prescriptions. And so he says, we're gonna stop the Bayer aspirin. I said, no, we're not. I said, I just bought a bottle yesterday. We're not stopping that one. I said, I want off the Plavix. He said, you want off the Plavix? I said, yeah. He said, okay. I said, all right, good. Like my goal in life is to be off of prescription medications. I don't like, there's just too much happening. I'm like, I don't want that. I'm having friends that are having bad side effects from medications. And I'm like, God, that's not what I need in my life. I feel like the drops are made with the ingredients that he put on this earth for us to sustain our bodies. And that's what I want. That's what I want. But
What
I've
an
used
amazing testimonial. We're gonna have to move on. We're running out of time here. Melissa, wow, God is on the move. He's
yes, he
blessed
is.
you and he's given you
Yes,
your
he
good health,
is.
and
Yes.
continue going forward. I want to stay in touch with you. We're going to have you back on the call and
Please, I'd
track
love
your
to.
continued journey. You're probably going to be in size 8 next time I see you.
I hope so.
So, congratulations. I am just so
Thank
grateful for
you.
your
I
story.
enjoyed being here with y'all tonight. Thank y'all so
Thank
much.
you.
Okay.
Wow. Just another amazing, amazing story. I get blown away. I host 6 people a week on these calls, and I hear stories like Melissa's and Margaret and Stewart's and James every week. And it's a lot more than 20 pounds. These drops are the magic drops. Thank you. Thank you, God. We are on the move. So how will you know how you will feel with these products? Well, we've heard it from everybody, including myself. You'll have more energy, you'll sleep better, you'll have improved mood, an increase in your libido, reduction in inflammation. So you're going to be buying those cute little jeans. And yeah, size 12, size 10 jeans, size 14, that's coming. I just bought skinny jeans. I haven't been in skinny jeans for 30 years. Better elimination, digestion, less brain fog, and definitely boost an immunity system. And you'll just have that overall sense of well-being. You feel these products. I just know it. I just know you will. So in full circle, going back to all of these 10 different symptoms, I'm sure you've been thinking about others, your sister-in-law, your cousin, your brother, your boss, your neighbors, everyone that you see eye to eye on the street is sharing anywhere from 3 to 5 to 7 to 10 of these symptoms. There's a lot of people out there to help. Do you know 1 billion women are going into menopausal symptoms this year? Yes, it's not a fun place to be in at the stage of life for women, and we have products that can help them. So are you a 1, 2, 3, or 4? 1 is I want the drops and I'm prepared to buy retail. No, 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 no. 2, why not get the best value? Want the drops and I'd love to become a brand partner or a glorified customer so you can save money. And then some of you are going to say, you know what? I'm going to share this. I am not shy at all. I want to share this product. I want to do some posting. Teach me how to do that. So you're going to want to get on this health train and ride. And some of you are going to ride it big. Like I wanted to ride it big because I wanted to be in my dream home and my dream life and my golden years and not be broke. So we can ride it big together all the way to the top because the plan is here for you to accomplish that. Live the dream, have the time, freedom, a body you love. Melissa's well on her way to loving that body again. And can you imagine how Stewart feels that he's loving his body with that more agility now? Wow. And James up and down that cruise ship and into the tender boats, bringing them off to the beautiful beaches in the Caribbean. That's what it's all about, is living life, right? We got one kick at the cat. Let's live it. Financial stability, perhaps, community of great friends. James and Margaret and Stewart and Melissa, we became friends today, and that's how our community works. We can all become a great community together and have those luxury experiences on those beautiful trips. Enrolling just takes as little as 5 minutes. We just need to help you choose a pack and get started. So I am going to stop the share for a moment and say thank you very much to our special guest, James Laughery. Thank you so much for being on our program today. Margaret and Stewart, we'd love to have you back. I want to stay in touch with you as well as we go forward, and James will definitely have you back too. And Melissa Landry, thank you very much for sharing such a heartfelt story. Thank you so much to my co-host, Mr. Dave McIntyre, and to all the brand partners who supported the call, and to all our guests. We're going to stay on for a short coffee clutch. If anybody wants to hang out and just chinwag a little bit, and any guests that you have questions, we can get your questions answered. Please feel free to do so. If not, we can all say good night and happy Thursday night.